for another episode of Millennials, y'all.
Yay!
Where we discuss current events and discuss them from different genders, different perspectives. Just get a glimpse at what everybody else is thinking. Let's why am I jumping straight in? My name is Nate Jackson, Big Nature, and with me we got
Lena Jackson. Yay! As always, we like to make sure that people know who's in the studio, and your perspective based on who you are. So again, I'm a strong black woman, Generation Xer, and I'm always going to be in the room with Nate Jackson.
Which I am a millennial / Gen I. What do we? I've heard the term Zoomer now. I've heard that we're called Zoomers.
Zoomer. I think that sounds better than iGen. What did iGen ever really mean?
Apple trying to rule the world. But
okay, iGen. I get it. I never paid attention to it. I didn't like Xer when I first heard it. I was like, why would you want to be an Xer? It was almost like being X'd out. It was like you didn't want that generation to happen. It was negative. But I think back on generations, and most of the time when people talk about generational differences, it's negative differences. It's never like, that was awesome. Do you like being a millennial or generation or a zebra or whatever you guys are these days?
Honestly, no. I feel like we all like sad and depressed for no reason.
Y'all are very emotional. Like y'all tender people compared.
But like, yeah, it's like I see previous generations before. I look at your example. I'm just like, how the hell did y'all manage to go through all of that?
We were latchkey. We were latchkey kids. We just learned on our own. You know, we had a key tie around our neck. We had to be independent very young. So
all boomers all the way to y'all. Like, yeah. I can't see how y'all.
Now, if function. I was gonna be a different generation, I'm thinking about the good stuff though. Like, I always looking for the silver lining, although sometimes the silver lining get tarnished. If I could be any other generation, I would be a boomer. Like a hardcore boomer. I'm gonna tell you why.
I low-key would too.
Boomers were like after the Depression, where things were starting to kind of come together.
Like
when
right
things
after World War II, it's like 50s all the way to the beginning of the 60s.
But everything was new. It was kind of like after a storm and you get new flowers. So they were coming up. They were living in luxury. People were having babies because they were coming back, and flowers were glowing and babies was coming and everything. But I'm gonna tell you what,
coronavirus was something else.
Yes, it's coming back.
It's coming back. It's time of peace.
It's circles, right? But the one thing about the boomers that I really like is that I will say out of all the generations, they probably lived their lives to the fullest more than any other generation when you study it.
I honestly get jealous when a boomer talks about the psychedelic days. But that's just they was out there. That was everything. That was Jimi Hendrix.
That's partying in the park for 3 days without a bath, like partying. Like, that's
my God, that's Grandpa's bands. Yeah. That's Grandpa. The Mystery Machine has always been one of my like mandatory future cops. That's really what I want in a vehicle. It captures that time period, and they got so much to teach. They got so much to teach.
I don't think they was without their problems, but I just think that they really lived their lives. Like, they partied as hard as they could, and then they became educated, and then they became business moguls and built magnificent empires as far as finances, and they stacked chips. And they're the last generation, I think, that's going to really retire and actually see some benefit. No other generation. Even like if you look at their memories, they have pictures, but they don't have pictures like we have pictures. They was too busy living to stop with a Polaroid camera and wait for it to dry for 10 damn minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So I think a boomer, but I'm alright with an Xer now. I'm alright with that.
Oh man. Yeah, times is different. We're gonna have I think eventually, as time goes on, we're gonna have a few boomers come on the show. I would love that.
Yeah, they really do things different. But I just love them. I just marvel at them. But I think I'm learning too about zebras. And there's some part of millennials that I like. They're a little bit reckless when it comes to entrepreneurship. Like, they're gonna fail because they're gonna try. They're gonna because I think they fear the trap of everyday rhetoric in an office, daily grind, more than they fear failing from trying to do something independently.
Slavery. Anyway, I swear to God, I'm not going to I'm sorry. And let's go on to the first topic.
All right.
Let's go to the first one.
Okay.
So, on me, and I took notes on a notepad last time when I know I write my lyrics on my phone, so why not do notes on my phone?
That was very Generation X of you.
Oh my goodness. She throwing bows, y'all. But anyway, this one is a personal one for us. We live in Dayton, Ohio, and we have received word from the news. Who did you see the article from?
My network actually has their first case of corona, and we also had a second case that's pending. So my personal healthcare organization has confirmed cases, but then I heard from my sister that there was another healthcare system in the area that's had their first case.
So yeah, folks, corona is officially hitting home. You're not talking about taking corona to the dome either. It is actually real. It is actually a thing. It is hitting. It ain't hitting hard yet. Hopefully it don't hit any harder. Praying it don't hit any harder, but it is hit at home. And so with that being said, and just the experiences I've been having with this coronavirus, as you've told me, which that's such a Generation I thing. But, I haven't had like a big urgency about this, but now, you know, with how I've been seeing people react to just inventory in grocery stores, it's bad out here, y'all. It's not looking too hot. Yeah, I'm glad you haven't had to go and experience this yet, Mom. But yeah, there was a line at Walmart for toilet paper that was non-existent.
I don't understand that. I'll be honest with you. I don't get the correlation between the toilet paper and the coronavirus. I thought maybe tissue paper, you know, like from blowing your nose or whatever, might be an issue, but toilet paper, why are we... I understand that I wouldn't want to be without toilet paper, don't get me wrong, but I don't understand why people are like hoarding toilet paper like it's gold, and all the crack minds behind toilet paper or memes or whatever.
There are memes everywhere. There are memes everywhere. We got Cardi B. Coronavirus.
I don't get it.
It's bad out here, y'all.
It is bad.
It's serious.
But I do think, though, that generationally, you can see the difference. You can see, I'll be honest, when I went out or when I first told you, hey, we probably need to stock up, it's because those in my generation was going to stock up. But I didn't think they was buying out everything, but the sense of urgency,
was there.
Yeah, and I think it's because when you've been through something really hard, you prepare a little bit better. And I think that the age group that you kind of come through, or that generation, they've had hard times. I'm not saying they don't. Everybody has had hard times. Like, we have something that was kind of like a challenge. For us, we lost some of the manufacturers in the area, so you have unemployment become something big. You lose a lot of your economy. Like, if you go up north to Michigan, like, whole towns are disappeared because of a factory missing. So we have had that. And we also had like 9/11, so we know about terrorism and stuff like that. And we have some other, bombers, and we have a little bit more of that than you guys had. 9/11, y'all were really like young kids. Some of people weren't even born in your generation.
You picked me up from school that day.
Yeah, you remember. But you went out to play, so nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the type of urgency I got, y'all. I don't have a care. It's like that, but anyway.
Yeah. But I think that this is going to wake everybody up, because I don't think it's the event of Corona that's the issue. I think it's the aftermath, the financial hit, like not being able to go where you want to because you don't have any gas.
That's the next topic. You didn't even have to say anything. You just dove right in.
Why you looking that up though? Let me ask you a question. Do you think that we're having such issues with things like stores being eliminated as far as inventory and all that because of people's lack of faith, or is it because people don't care? I mean,
I think it's because people care a little bit too much. They saw things, possibly scarred by things. It's a reaction. Said fight or flight immediately. Just ran. And with that being said, with the demise of stores closing, everything else. I work at a Cooper's Hawk winery. That was one of the best stores that recently opened, and it's closed now. Mm-hmm. Due to this thing. Then, and so it's like.
Do you think about it like it's closed, as in it's never going to return, or do you think it's temporary and people are going to panic so much that it might be burdened by lack of people returning?
That's the thing that I'm worried about, is the lack of people returning once it opens. I think once the summer hits, it ain't going to matter because people going to come and get their wine. But that's the same with other places. Some of these, other big brand businesses that rely on people actually coming, rely on their customers. That revenue is going to crash. The stock market is getting its ass kicked right now.
But like Coca-Cola stock is down to under $100+, just under $100. You can just buy stock in Coca-Cola. God. It'll be back, but it's not going to bounce back tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's going to say, because I think if you think about the statistics that most people live from paycheck to paycheck, or you miss one paycheck, you headed to bankruptcy.
Yeah.
If this lasts 30 days, that means that people want to take 3 to 6 months to recover. That means that 2020 is already gone if we just get through March.
Man, April's looking kind of I don't know what April looking like, honestly. But I cannot find this article from earlier, but I believe it was MSNBC, and they were saying that, Bank of America was saying that, this is going to be the next. This is already a recession. They just skipped it. We're already here.
We just dropped. Yeah.
And this is going to affect everybody. Everybody's going down, and so it's like it's bad.
Well, I think we kind of already were in a downspin, kind of sort of anyway, when you have big box stores leaving and everything moving to e-commerce. And
we miss you, Toys R Us. We don't care what you say. We miss you.
And people were already getting to a place where social isolation was done without even an attempt to do it. Like, even when you were in a group of people would be on their phones, and so you're together, but you're still isolated from one another. So right now we're at a place where Butler County, down south of Cincinnati area, was already saying, do we need to get to a place where we have to keep people off the streets altogether? Like, that would be martial law type of situation where you can't come out. It would be like an episode of The Walking Dead. Like, it's like, I just see it like that. You know what I'm saying? New
York Square. Like, I forgot where. Times Square. It's already cleared out.
Wow.
Cleared out. This martial law thing, regardless of whether or not you think it should be happening or not, they do not give a crap.
Yeah, on some levels, I think they're coming in, and I don't think they've ever labeled it that at this point. But on some levels, I think they're doing.
That's the direction they're heading to.
Like the governor of Ohio, who's doing an amazing job. I'm not a fan of a lot of politicians, but he's not playing. Like he's like, we're gonna go ahead and nip this in the bud. We know people are gonna get sick. We get that, but we don't want to get so sick that we done lost half the country, half the state. Excuse me. So he's pushing a lot of things. Like if you can work from home. He want all businesses to put their people at home to send them home. And he want all businesses, they want to keep schools closed in the state of Ohio till September. That means if you don't have a good online program, that student has to repeat that grade because we're 2/3 through the year, something like that.
I believe that some graduations were supposed to be in April.
Late April and May?
Early May.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and some schools would be out by late May, early June for those high school.
College graduations usually June, first the week of June.
Yeah, and I'm some of my friends are trying to figure out. It's like I don't know how these online classes gonna go, and then I gotta wait once I'm done with these classes and. Some have just stopped altogether. Yeah. Said I'll just wait till the next semester. It's not worth all the time.
Yeah, I hope they get. And I know that I say hope because I know financially it's gonna be hitting. Oof. They're not gonna get all their money back because they offer something, so you don't get a refund for something if they offered you something else. So they're gonna walk away from some money. But not all online classes are easy. Some of them, man, some of them horrible.
I could tell you, do not take business online. I don't care what it's, but that's just personal experience. Do your thing, actually. But anyway.
So anyway,
it's bad.
Corona's hit Ohio. It's definitely moving in. It's financially going to be a burden.
Which also leads to the next thing. Philly wildin' apparently. The police are not arresting people over there for nonviolent crimes. So is nonviolent fair game?
Yeah, but the truth is, though, if you think of the prison system, they are already full. And they don't get any money either.
And they already sick, I guarantee it.
Right, they're probably sick up in that population anyway. So, no, they don't want to take anybody back in that they're going to have to hold. Anybody have to hold. So, is non-violent crime fair game? I wouldn't say fair game, but I think that they're going to take some liberties. I think it's going to come to it anyway because if the recession is the recession, those people who are already on the bottom, you know what I'm saying? When the middle class drops to the bottom and the upper class drop to the middle, then you're going to have robberies and thefts and stuff like that's going to go up.
Oh, it's already came. That's the scary
part.
The
weed man already stealing.
The weed man is the toilet paper man. What you mean?
He already taking junks because he ain't getting no money right now.
Regardless, World Star has already been posting, some of these crimes. Apparently, they've been happening already. There's a jewelry store in I forgot where, but it was a jewelry store and it was actually getting robbed. The store clerk, she was covering her eyes, trying not to look at it.
That's what she did.
If y'all get your you don't leave the store right
now.
now.
With her, though. If it was me, if I was working there, I'd push the button and stand in the corner and act like I don't know. Would you give your life up for somebody else's jewelry?
Hell no. Hell no. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's like
I'll get a check, but I'm only going to get a few coins compared to what this jewelry worth.
Act like I want to just stay there to an empty store and be like, they came in, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, but you can't walk away because you're still responsible for the store.
I mean,
but I'm not gonna fight nobody. Like
non-violent crimes. Non-violent crimes. Non-violent crimes.
He didn't look. I saw the video. He didn't have a weapon. He wasn't like sticking nobody up. He wasn't trying to take nobody out. He didn't fight. He just took the jewelry. I'm not saying that I'm on his side,
when you the people who elbows the glass just to get to that pearl. That's a little out there.
He didn't use his elbow against nobody else, so therefore it was a non-violent crime. I'm just saying.
Oh God, it's bad. It's bad out here, y'all.
But it really does go back. I think, you know, if we think about it, recession or depression, you think about it, everything goes down, like universally. So the bottom gets pushed further down, the middle class, and blah blah blah. But one thing that your friend John says all the time is that we struggle with financial literacy as a people.
He says specifically black people, but
I don't think it's just black people. I think
a little bit of everybody.
It's a little bit of everybody that has it, but I think maybe it's more illuminated on some black people. But the truth is, I think there's like black, white, there's the fat, skinny, there's this and that, and there's green people and non-green people. And if you look like...
We're talking like vegetarians?
No, not like vegetarian.
Aliens.
Aliens, yeah. But I'm talking about Trump people. I'm not getting into politics. And so for those of you who are listening, don't call us and ask me who we voting for. Don't ask me if I'm a Democrat or a Republican. I'm going to go for the man who's saying the right plan. And if the plan don't include my black butt, I don't even want to hear it.
I ain't voting at all. In person, I'm gonna do it online.
Okay, I was trying to say, but if you think about it, the biggest denominator in the decision makers that are being made right now is green. It's all about that paper. It's the have and the have-nots. This is the greatest separation of anything from whatever politics, whether you right wing or left wing, or you this or that. You want everybody to have college education. You don't care who get a college education. It all comes down to green.
Man, it's like that out here in the streets, y'all. Mm-hmm. But the green team will eventually be somebody else.
They're going to be brown team. They're going to be shackling coins because ain't going to be no greens.
They're going to be stealing them schmeckles out there for all the Rick and Morty fans.
Yeah.
Them schmeckles. But anyway.
But in real life, we do need to be more mindful about how we spend our money, how we save our money, how we, prevent ourselves from becoming statistics based on the dollar.
Use your savings out here, folks. Got 2 accounts for a reason.
Well, if you know about it, if you're literate about it, you got 2 accounts.
And tithe, but that's another.
Yeah.
I think that we gonna take a quick break. I don't know if I'm going to put another. I might put another. I think I am gonna put another joint on there. So
shout out to Big Nature. All the sounds you're hearing on the intros and the outros. Oh, baby boy, enjoy the sounds while we take a break.
Yay. Okay. Poppin', baby. Nah, I'm playing. I don't know how to flex, but I can show you around the city, we got some cool stuff to do.
Pretty. Welcome to my city. In between Hernandez and a Cappin. Helium is pretty. Come on through my city. Building so artistic. Show you what you want. Baby, this my city. Dragons keep us lifted. Flying right at Sinclair. Taking off in flight. Welcome to my city. Riverscape is pretty. Take you by the river. See reflecting lights. It looks nice, yeah.
Hey, little pretty. This is my city. Birthplace of funk. Take you out club. Take you out dance. Focus, I see. Do what you want. The 97 issue DF. No 7-Eleven. Now ice cream is tight. Take you to my place. I make it nice. How about the city? You want some mice? Follow my step. Yeah, hit that 2-step, bounce to the left, sliding then off. Yeah, point that little baby, say you fresh to death. Slide to the right, yeah, step. The heart of the city is your place to hold. That is my city, and I love it daily. If you fucking with me, then just lose control. Where is your city?
Welcome to my city. In between the nerdy and the capital. Hey, the M is pretty. Come on through my city. Building so artistic. Show you what you want. Baby, this my city. Dragons keep us lifted. Flying right and secret. Taking off in flight. Welcome to my city. Riverscape is pretty. Take you by the river. See reflecting lights. It looks nice, yeah.
Y'all. Yes. And as soon as this outro is good, all right, it's good. I didn't know. But yeah, y'all, welcome back. So you know how we gonna do it. Once again, we got the word of the day.
The word of the day.
And we gonna implement some slang in here. Sorry, I don't have the best, okay, I do, but I mix it up a little bit sometimes, Yeah. But
before we get started, I have to give a disclaimer.
Oh God,
I am horrible at slang. I'm horrible at slang, but I'm gonna try.
All right, she capping, but that's all right. Which comes to my word of the day.
Okay.
It's cap. Now, what do you think that sounds like?
A So no cap. Okay, so when my generation, when you bust a cap at somebody, you shooting, right? Like he got somebody bust a cap in his ass. That's what we would say. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, you get capped. Shoot, he got capped. Like he was on the corner and somebody capped him. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about cap,
hey yo, this is the best thing ever. Yo.
When I think about cap, I think about that. For real. Right. What does cap mean now?
So, straight from the Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
It is an adjective for this one. It is to lie or say something false. Now, used in a sentence, you talk about what you don't do. That's cap. Or,
that's a lie.
He said he was gonna kill me, nigga. I know that's cap.
What? I never heard that before in my life.
The second definition, basically another word for lying. It can be used like no cap, or you can say
shade.
Stop capping.
Oh my God,
Bob.
Who
no cap, bro. I
word?
really like Becky. Billy.
Oh my.
Stop capping, bro. For real, ask her out.
First of all,
nobody would ever do that.
I was like,
wait a second.
Who put Becky in the Urban Dictionary?
Forgive me for technical difficulties.
I mean, why is Becky everywhere?
Becky.
Becky.
That's another Word later.
Okay, Becky.
What's your word?
Okay. Well, my word is not as amazing as Cap, although I think I like Cap from the extra generation when you would just bust a cap in somebody a little bit better than you just lie on somebody. Okay, that's just what I'm gonna say.
Oh God.
My word from the day is for John, for your friend John, and for this current situation.
You hearing this, Johnny bro? Johnny Bone? Johnny
Hood
homie?
rich.
Oh God, don't do this to me.
All hood rich people are about to be revealed in this 2020. Okay, all hood rich people are about to be exposed.
Or as my dad would call it, ghetto fabulous.
Ghetto fabulous. See, Xers, whatever, hood rich. The Urban Dictionary says detrimentally expending your income on luxury goods while neglecting your necessities. If you don't have no toilet paper in these days, your Cadillac ain't gonna have no gas in these days.
Or if you don't get no new fucking underwear while you rocking that Gucci belt, bruh. I'm sick of seeing that, bruh. Come on. You capping.
You capping.
Capping. I'm sorry. It just hit different. It hit in here.
I don't know. I might learn some slang messing with you. That was awesome though. That was awesome.
That was for the hype beast, by the way. I love y'all. But
throwing up the deuces, they can't see you.
Stop, you capping. But shoot. Let's go on to the next one.
Okay. We're getting toward the
we're getting toward the end. This next one, I wanted to talk about because you know about the subject later in this topic. It was Deandre Hopkins being traded to the Cardinals. Now, I believe that he had a conversation with his GM, Bill O'Brien, and that Bill O'Brien apparently compared DeAndre's actions, the way he was acting, the way he was handling himself, his personal situation, and compared him to an Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Now, I was hearing about this. I was hearing about this on ESPN, and it just kind of like, because we don't have to worry about football getting shut down by the coronavirus. It ain't gonna be all about coronavirus. I can't wait till this arc is over. For all you MMA fans, this is an arc. But it's been kind of like on my mind, like, cause you watched the documentary on Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, it was pretty deep.
It talked about all of his personal stuff, the relationship while he was in jail, the kids, his brain,
mental,
his brain, not just the mental, but the physical of the mental. His stuff was messed up and everything else. But for an NFL player nowadays to be compared to that, kind of concerns me, because it's like, I think that Deandre Hopkins is a very, very great wide receiver, and he has potential. And the Cardinals, they got a W with this trade, but do you think that somebody like this that does have, a lot going on with his personal life would be even comparable to anything near what Aaron Hernandez was?
Okay, so let me just say, first and foremost, I don't know that was said anyway. So we're gonna tread lightly. However, I would think that if that statement was made, it could not have been made in a good light. Like, he wasn't saying you are the best part of Aaron Hernandez. He was making a comment that he felt, if anything, just looking at the documentary of Aaron Hernandez, that he was unstable. Like, he was like volatile, the way they presented him. Now, remind you, the documentary was not Aaron speaking. It was somebody speaking about
For
Aaron.
him.
So you gotta be careful, because some documentaries, they're gonna give you the light that they want you to see, because it's somebody else's perspective. That was a horrible story. Like, Aaron's story was like deep, and it was twisted, and it was ugly based on the perspective. So if someone said that about me, I would think that would almost be slanderous for you to say that I behave like that in an open forum where other people might judge me in that perspective.
Now, I will say post trade, he did go tell his fans on Twitter, we left on a good mark. We left on a good foot. We talked about this. I don't have any issues with him. You don't have any issues with me. And honestly, I think he's satisfied only because it's like they might be solid next year with that ad. Him and David Johnson. Yeah. But, I mean, besides that, the fact that, he did say, everything is all good. There's nothing wrong here. We settled our differences.
So maybe both people learned from the experience. Whether he said it or not, I think he said it. I mean, the way that, he had to clear it up that everything was good. But I wouldn't slander anybody like that. But maybe he learned that some of the comments that you say about people have to be, but at the same time, maybe Deandre recognized that you might need to be a little bit more mindful about the way that you manage your behavior around other people. Because I think it's cool if you want to wild out, you want to act the fool, you're fine.
Right. Just
understand there's going to be consequences and repercussions. And sure, you look like you got the win. I don't care how you get the win. Sometimes you just got to go through. Sometimes you got to lose to win, or look like you're losing anyway.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to be fine where he is. It seems like, I feel like the comment was just kind of extra. But, I hope that it did kind of make him think it's like, maybe I do need to. And maybe that was a good route to take, was Arizona.
Right. It looked like he took an L, but he might have came out better. If somebody think about you like that and you got to work with them all the time, I would rather know on the surface than to not know that this is what they thinking about when they close the door and I'm working with. Man, that's a snake. That's a snake.
True,
I'm sorry.
True. No, don't be sorry. That's honest. It's completely honest. I guarantee that if anything, it's GM or teammates and coach, that wasn't the only issue.
Right. Right.
I was talking to you before the episode. It's like, apparently got multiple baby mamas taking care of all his kids.
As long as I ain't taking care of them in the government, we about to be all poor. We gonna all be hood rich in about 5 minutes. So I hope he feeding his kids. I'm good.
But yeah, like, apparently all of them are in Houston. Everyone was in Houston. And I could see how that environment would,
because you got 8 baby mamas coming.
You got 8 baby mamas, and then you got a coach like, I need you to run this route, catch this ball,
that's a lot of stress,
and give us this W. Our QB can't do it alone. But
but I'm hoping. I haven't followed him, Deandre, much, but I'm just saying from the perspective of sometimes you gotta have a little fire in your belly, and somebody putting doubt in your face might be just enough fire to make you go out and do what you need to do. You gotta have enough fire in your belly. Maybe he was too satisfied sitting over there. I don't know.
I pray he has a better situation where he goes, and that maybe he's more comfortable with the situation that he's in now, and
he could focus on his talent.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Arizona hot, but ain't too much to do out there but burn.
I don't know. I think people get really kind of confused when you say things like Arizona, and there's a thought that you're going to see a lot of dust bites and
desert,
scorpion and desert.
And
but there's some
Phoenix,
parts of there's some parts of Arizona that's just amazing that I would love to.
I want to visit Phoenix.
Yeah,
I do want to visit Phoenix.
But there's some other Scottsdale. There's some other parts of Arizona that people would never know. But we say that about Dayton. People ride through here all the time from Cincinnati and Columbus. They wouldn't know if you get off, you're gonna hit the.
This is the birthplace of funk. It is in the song. It's in the song, y'all. It's the birthplace of funk.
But we could, it's little things. Sometimes it's the little things. People don't know when you're gonna get down there.
Yeah, I hope that everything gets better for him.
Yeah. Congratulations and big ups to the coach. Hope he'll verbalize or at least change his behaviors.
Oh no. I pray he does too, but Bill and them took a L on that. I wouldn't have traded him, man. That's
but
let's future.
But we both know from experience though, if you put a good athlete under a bad coach, it'll never work.
I'm not gonna say it.
Nah. I'm just saying, if you put a good athlete under a bad coach, it'll never work. You can put a mediocre athlete under a stellar coach,
and that coach will make
oil.
that man or that woman
a better teammate, a better athlete, because you get
a better person too.
Yeah, because they look at you holistically. But you know what I'm saying. I think it's better for both of them, for him to be in an environment with coaches that line up with his talent, and for
because I guarantee things kind of match up now.
Yeah.
Things kind of match up.
Yeah. So everybody gonna eat this year.
Everybody gonna eat. Oh man. I'm just gonna do one more.
Okay.
Do one more, and I think I'm gonna stick with football because, I'm sorry, Mom. I know.
Thank God he has a mom that knows a little bit about sports. But we're gonna go ahead on.
This is just the last one because, I'm preparing for the Axe. Coming soon.
Okay.
Y'all don't know
what
about
is the
that
Axe?
yet. The Axe is going to be sports podcast that I'll be joining alongside this podcast as well.
Okay.
And we're going to be our own sports analysts. We're going to look at all the facts. You want the facts? It's the Axe.
Awesome.
That's literally it. That's
okay.
But going to go to the last one. And this is about Tom Brady. Everybody know who Tom Brady is.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So Tom Brady is going to Tampa Bay.
What?
He's going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What?
He is no longer a New England Patriot.
Does he just not want to retire?
She said that. I didn't. She said it. She said it. See, I didn't say it, y'all.
He's afraid to die. You know what I'm saying? When people stop doing the thing that they love or they have passion for, they just go off into the pasture.
How you gonna die when you got 6 rings for your squad?
No, but but he probably, he loved the rings, but he probably not living for the rings. He probably living for the opportunity to be on that gridiron. Like, that's what gets him up in the morning. Yeah. If you took it from him, he'll be hungry.
That's literally what he said to Peyton Manning in a recent thing they did, a recent video they did. It was kind of cool. It was just that, literally, almost that exact quote.
Oh, well, literally, that's the only reason. I would think that would be the only reason that I would line up for people to literally chase me and take me down. And you know what I'm saying? That's your job, for people to miss the target, and hopefully your line to keep them long enough for you to do what you got to do. But meanwhile, somebody coming at you, that's your job. If you wake up in the morning for somebody to chase you and knock you down, you gotta love that shit. Excuse me, you gotta love that.
Social media don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it They don't like it at all.
What do they expect?
Oh my God. I see. You already know how they was doing LeBron with the jersey burnings. It's exactly like that, except they don't know how to light the shit on fire.
Okay.
But yeah. And what's amazing is that...
but no, is he one of the few that's been in one place his most, if not all of his career?
This is the one trade.
Okay, so I can see, you know what I'm saying, if that's, you know, that should have been your bread and butter and your fans for all these years.
And
they probably feel some kind of way. Yeah.
They got Bill Belichick.
So he got a divorce. You know what I'm saying?
So that's everybody saying that.
So like, you know what I'm saying? In a real relationship, whether you married or really divorced, when it's split, who does the children go with, the mom or the dad? You know, you gotta.
Who do the refs go with?
The refs always gonna go with the money, and they gonna go to Florida.
Oh wait, no, that might be true. Mom, wait a second. No,
but the GMs have money, and the coaches.
Not only good. That they saved up to pick him up. I know that.
They've been putting money in the
God.
Drop your quarters in.
They set up a squad for this.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So
it was
they
a
bought
trap,
the refs too.
yo.
They bought the refs too.
It was a trap, y'all.
Now I don't know. I don't really follow them a whole lot. Yeah, but I can see what a loyalty would be. The children would be mad. They're gonna stay with dad, and they're gonna leave him. They're gonna burn the jerseys and all night.
There's gonna be that one kid like, no, I've been with Thompson. I was in diapers.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
And they could almost be right because he old as dirt. Like he should be sitting there, but he not gonna ever. As long as they let him put a ball in his hand, whether it's inflated or deflated. But
did you just deflate me?
they gonna let him keep a ball in his hand. I don't know a little bit about anything, y'all. I know a lot about a little bit of something.
God.
I don't know. But I am a football fan, but
that was awesome.
I don't look at it off. Usually, I don't pay attention to what's going on offline. I want to know what's going on in the field. But yeah, he been there for too long, and so they feeling that divorce. It's gonna be ugly.
Oh Lord.
But you know, after some marriages, things get better.
Pause. Shit. But I think that's about it, y'all. I think that's about it. Thank you for tuning in to Millenniacs. I believe the next episode, I want to try to implement some more anime stuff. Because I'm seeing some stuff about Boruto and Bleach. Nobody likes Boruto and everybody wants Bleach. But anyway, we're going to try to veer away from the corona.
Good luck.
Try to. Oh
Good
my
luck.
God,
Good luck.
it's annoying. Yeah. It's annoying. Just like what do you do during your quarantine? Day 16, day 32. Yeah. Hopefully no day 99.
I'm really worried about them kids who stuck at home with their parents.
It's called Minecraft, y'all.
No,
it's called Minecraft. We all have at least a computer. Yeah. It's called Minecraft.
Sometimes separation is good, so I don't know. It's kind of good. We're gonna all get to reveal ourselves to people
eventually. But thank you for listening. Big Nature.
I'm Lena. It's been amazing.
We are out.
See you next time.